Hello friends, this is Sunandh Subhramaniam here, commodity fundamental analyst from Choice Equity Broking Private Limited, and today I'll be talking about three of the most hot commodities trading for this week. And those three hot commodities happen from the agricultural sector, majorly one from the oilseed sector and two from the vegetable oil sector. The first commodity that I would like to touch upon is on soya oil, and soya oil prices has shown a very good rally in the past couple of days and even during the last week, majorly due to reports of higher supply tightness in the global markets, especially from Indonesia. Moreover, there has been reports that this year soya oil production in Argentina has been reported to be lower compared to the previous year, and the soybean sowing reports has been also reported to be lower in this year compared to the previous year. Similarly, the yield situation in Brazil has been witnessing some dryness, especially in the major regions of the Brazil, which is in the Amazon rainforest, which is another critical factor that can actually support the soya oil and soybean prices in the near future. Moreover, if you look at the Malaysian scenario, the Malaysia's soya oil supply issues is also witnessing, and that is a critical reason why the global soybean and soya oil prices are expected to move upside in the near future. Overall, I am expecting a bullish trend in NCDX soya oil futures, and prices are expected to move up to 1300 levels in the week ahead. If you have to initiate a buy call in NCDX soya oil futures, I would recommend around 1220 levels, keeping a stop loss around 1180 levels for the upside targets of 1300 levels. So my outlook is bullish for NCDX soya oil futures for the week ahead. The second commodity that I would like to touch upon is on crude palm oil, and similar to soya oil, crude palm oil has also shown a very good rally in the past couple of days and even during the last week. Similar to soya oil, even the palm oil is also witnessing supply tightness, and in case of palm oil, major supply tightness has been witnessed in Malaysia as well. And in the recent scenario, the government of Malaysia has raised their export duties from 6% to 8%, which is another critical factor why the exports to the global buyers is likely to be dampened, and which will eventually create supply tightness even in the case of India. Although the lockdown situation is being witnessed in the European Union and the United States, but then exports to India is likely to be witnessed to be lower, which is another critical factor that can support the MCX crude palm oil prices in the near future. In addition to that, if you look at the month-on-month production reports in Malaysia, the production has been reported to be lower by 8 to 10% compared to the previous year, and there has been a decline in production numbers as well from October, November, December months on a gradual basis, which is another critical factor that is expected to support the MCX crude palm oil prices and global crude palm oil prices, especially in the seaboard market in the near futures. Overall, since we are in the harvesting phase and we are still expecting to witness a supply tightness situation in crude palm oil futures, we can expect a bullish trend as well in MCX crude palm oil futures. In case of the prices movement, I would recommend buying around 990 levels for the upside targets of 1050 levels, which is a little long-term target level, and keeping a stop loss at 960 levels for the coming weeks. The last commodity that I will touch upon for this week is mustard seed, and mustard seed has also witnessed an incline in the past couple of weeks. Similar to palm oil and soya oil, mustard oil demand in the domestic market has been reported to be higher compared to the previous year, though the overall sowing reports of mustard seed in India has been reported to be higher by 8 to 10% on an all India basis because of favorable weather conditions. However, in the domestic market scenario, the demand for mustard oil has been also gradually rising because of the higher prices of the competitive vegetable oil prices. In addition to that, the stocks from the last year has been reported to be lower because of poor mustard seed production during the year 2019-20, which is actually impacting the opening stocks for the year 2020-21. The opening stocks in the states of Rajasthan, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh is also expected to be lower by 15 to 20%, and the supply tightness is also expected to be witnessed till mid-March month. And March month is where the harvesting of mustard seed would actually begin, majorly starting from Madhya Pradesh and Haryana, and later in the month of April we could see harvesting in the state of Rajasthan. However, since the harvesting is a little long for the time being, the mustard seed and mustard oil prices are expected to remain bullish in the coming weeks ahead. Overall, I am expecting a bullish trend even in mustard oil futures. Since the current mustard oil February futures is already trading at the lifetime high prices, I wouldn't recommend buying on an immediate basis. I would recommend buying around dips around 6,000 levels, which is a good buying levels after expecting some corrections. You can keep a stop loss around 5,850 levels, which is a good support levels, and keeping a upside target of 6,300 levels. And that's all from my side, and thank you, and I wish you all a very happy trading week.